Reading for August 25th, entitled, Depart from the Fog of Skepticism. Take unto you the whole armour of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 13. Satan is making every effort to bring in spiritualistic sophistries to throw his deceptions over minds. Now is the time for every follower of Christ to be clothed with the whole armor of God and to fight manfully against the encroachments of the power of darkness. Let not our soldiers be found asleep at their post. The world is to be warned. There are strong men, precious in the sight of God, who are under a spell. They do not realize that they are represented by the foolish virgins. Scientific, spiritualistic philosophy has taken the minds of some from the message to be proclaimed at this time. There are those who live merely to criticize. They have been associating with those who have learned from the great deceiver. Their hearts bear the sting of the serpent, and they are prepared to enter upon a campaign of unbelief. Those who have fallen asleep at their post are now to awake and trim their lamps. They are to entertain not a vestige of doubt as to the truth for this time. The hypnotism of Satan must be shown in its true bearing. We are not to turn our steps toward Egypt, but toward Canaan, the land of promise. The Lord says to me, I have strengthened you to bear a message for this time. Wake up the men who have been receiving sophistries. They are asleep as to the great importance of the present time and the dangers of the future. Some who in the past have had a genuine experience will awake, because their lives have not been a continual contradiction of truth. Our thoughts, motives, and desires are to be brought into obedience to the will of God. They are to be inspired and controlled by Him. We are to ask ourselves, am I exerting all my capabilities to keep my lamp filled with oil and carefully trimmed, that from it may shine brightly and clearly the light of present truth? Am I awakening the world to its danger? Am I leading perishing souls to Christ? Am I arousing men to see that the end of all things is at hand? Those who are represented by the wise virgins, those who in the past have had a precious experience in the truth, are now to arouse and trim their lamps. Let those who have listened to sophistry now cut every vestige of this out of their experience. Do not allow your time to be taken up in discussion regarding these sophistries. Do not remain in the fog of skepticism until it is too late for you to find your bearings. Entire consecration to God puts to an end all vain, foolish suppositions and imaginations. Taken from manuscript 80, 1905, dated August 24th, 1904, entitled, Arise and Trim Your Lamps.